What's up, traders? So getting into the weekly outlook video, my name is Clay with Top One Trader. So as usual, when we do these videos, we go over what's happening for the week, what we have to look forward to. And the big news this week is, of course, FOMC. Whenever we have FOMC in the middle of the week on Wednesdays, you can expect, one, there to be some fireworks more than likely on Wednesday, and two, the market, especially for the dollar, is going to be setting itself up for the market price action and the market moves on Wednesday, right? So we're going to talk about the dollar. We're going to take a look at gold too. We just had the market open right now. Pretty crazy open for sure. And some other things to note that's worth noting. We also have monetary policy out of Australia. We have the US, the FOMC, of course. We have the Switzerland. And we have, to round it out, the UK, right? So it could be a pretty crazy week in the market. So let's take a look here at some of our setups. And right now on the 4-hour time frame, we just opened on gold, and it's perfect timing to shoot this video, to be honest, because we just filled out this imbalance in the market here. So it'll be interesting to see if we fill this gap or if we make a move up before we come back down to fill this gap, right? So one thing that I'm a big Fibonacci guy, so I'd like to see where we opened here right into that kill zone, 86.3, 83% fib level. So pretty interesting move to start out the week for gold, right? Because man, this was NFP on this past Friday, and since then the markets have just been dumping when it comes to the precious metal here. So maybe we'll see a turnaround, or at least a move up to this 127%, which would take us at 44.50, and that is probably what I would target. Look for us to potentially fill this gap beforehand. Now, taking a look at some of these other dollar pairs. Pound dollar, right? So big move higher. We're going to see this across the board. Not much of a gap there. Euro USD pushing higher. So we're seeing some significant dollar weakness at the open. Now remember though, we have the FOMC on Friday, right? So what they do with interest rates, if we keep them the same, I don't think they're expected to move on that. But we'll see, right? So that's going to be really, really interesting to take note of. And you can see, I actually had this level marked out on NZD US dollar, and we're going up to tag it. So just a couple other ones to take note. US dollar yen was in a huge uptrend, and filling this equal high right here, and it looks like we're turning around. Dollar Swiss, and one of my personal favorites, dollar CAD. So be on the lookout for potentially, right? We'll just use dollar CAD as an example. Some sort of move down. We'd have a nice level of support here. Going into Wednesday, a big sell off for the dollar. Going into Wednesday to prep things up, and hey, if they are to raise interest rates, it would hurt everybody for sure, especially in the United States. But it's not out of the question, So some big moves. Let's take a look at how some of these indices opened up. NASDAQ, huge move higher. S&P, and these are some big gaps. And oil taking a big move lower. And of course, they're saying the war with Iran has come to a deal, but they've said that about 50 times now. So I personally don't believe it. But we'll see what happens there. Hopefully something happens, because in my opinion and the way I feel about it, no war is the best scenario. So to sum it up, be on the lookout for the market really setting itself up. We'll take a look at Euro USD as an example. Say we push higher, maybe take out these highs, and I would not rule out some sort of big move and dollar strength coming in on Wednesday. So keeping that in mind and really setting yourself up for potential shorts on Euro USD, pound dollar. Of course, we also have interest rate out of the UK, so keep that in mind. Aussie dollar with the interest rate on Tuesday night, I believe, And so it's going to be a big week, guys. Keep that in mind. We have some great stuff going on right now. We have the payday account. We have the Nova account right now. So we got some great deals for you guys. Markets are setting up. There's super high volatility, which means a lot of opportunity, but trade small, manage your risk, and can't wait to see some of y'all's payouts. Peace.